Today, we're so happy that we're going to talk about summer reading. And we're going to talk about supercharging summer reading, connecting with your community and beyond. And I couldn't be more excited because I know this group of librarians who are going to share their story today. And I know that everybody is going to be very inspired by it too. This is the link that will take you to the slides, and I know that the ladies are going to be sharing some resources, and so will I at the end. And so you'll want to jot this down, or also you can scan the QR code and send it to your device if you want to too. We'll share this at the end as well. But there will be things that you might want to get to. My name is Shannon McClintock Miller. I am the district teacher librarian at Van Meter Community School in Iowa. And I also serve as the Future Ready Librarians leader. I can be found on X, still sounds weird to say, at Shannon M. Miller at Instagram. I also blog at the Library Voice, and I put my email at the bottom. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. And today I'm joined by three of my amazing friends who are from Texas, and I cannot wait for you to hear their story. And we're going to start with Liz.
Hi, I'm Liz Fambrough. I am the district lead librarian in Brazosport ISD. I have included my Instagram and a library uh, partnership Instagram account that I have as well, and then my email in case you have any questions. Please feel free to reach out. We are always happy to answer any questions, and we'll get back to you as quickly as we can. I also included our district library Facebook page because we post regularly through the summer, through the school year, but specifically this summer, as we're going through our summer reading challenge, we'll be posting updates there.
Hi, I'm Brandye Roland, and I'm an elementary librarian in Brazosport ISD. I also included my personal Instagram and the partnership Instagram at Two Library Ladies, and I've included my email. I have been in education 28 years, and I have been in the library for 18.
Hi, I'm Bronwyn Rumsey, and I am currently an elementary librarian. Next year, I will be at the intermediate school. I had the honor of receiving the Librarian of the Year award for this year, so I'm super excited about that. I have my Instagram at bookish.bronwyn. I have a OG library page. That's my school Facebook page. My email address is there. I've been in education, I think it's 29 years, and this is my 13th year in the library. And we get to start with me, the book bus. The book bus is something that we dreamed about. How many years ago was that? When did we start?
About 5 years, I think. About
5 years ago, right before COVID shut down. We decided we wanted to try to reach kids during the summer. How could we do that? And we thought, let's have a mobile library. And we got together. We had lots of discussions about what we wanted it to look like, what it needed to be in there. Did a lot of research on costs and funding. We have an education foundation in Brazosport ISD, and so they funded our book bus. We already had the bus, didn't we? We already had a school bus. If your school district already has a school bus, an old school bus, that is a great way to start. We did a contest, a drawing contest for the art on the outside of the bus. We let students turn in art, and each school chose their winner. And so in this wrap that is on the bus, are pieces of each one of those students' artwork that won for their school. So it was a whole district effort. We had our CT high school kiddos help with the building of shelves. So we had our woodworking. We had our guys in welding. The kids didn't help with the electrical, did they?
I don't think so.
I don't think
I don't
so
think
either.
so. That would have been a little bit too dangerous, I think. So we had our maintenance department helping with that. So it was a whole district effort with transportation, maintenance, graphic design. We even had direct graphic design department at Bport, right?
Mhm.
That contributed. So whole district idea just to get books in the hands of children during the summer. Now, of course, they could go to the public library, but we have a lot of kids who they don't. So we were just trying to reach more and more kids.
And the first year that our book bus ran before it was ready, because they were running behind and getting it ready, we just loaded up an SUV with boxes of books and went on the route that we were planning on taking with the bus and just handed out books. So you don't have to have the full book bus to
That's
make
true.
that work.
That's true. Yeah, we because COVID happened and that kind of slowed down a whole lot of plans. We weren't where we wanted to be by that first summer. And so we had to load everything into an SUV and drive around. And our stops, we designed our stops based on where our food truck for the district went. So we have the child nutrition department delivers meals in the summer. And so they would make stops at these certain areas. And there's a sample schedule on this side for last summer. And so that's where we went. We followed the truck around and the kids were so surprised to see that not only were they getting food, but they were getting books. That first year, we still kind of weren't set up, so we didn't even check out books. We just gave them books. You're probably wondering, where did you get all the books? Well, our libraries, when we weeded books, if they were still in decent shape, we used those. We had donations given to us. We did spend a little bit of budget money to get some of our new books. We have the Great Texas Mosquito List every year because mosquitoes are a big deal here in Texas, especially where we are close to the coast. And so we did buy some of those books. So we did make a few little purchases, but mostly they were from weeded books and donations. And so that first year, yeah, we're giving them out. Once we got the book bus finished and were able to set up our system where we could actually check out books, we checked out books to the site stop, or we stopped because we're probably not going to get most of these books back. And we don't get a lot of the books back, but we don't worry about it because kids are reading them. And that's what we want. We want kids to be reading the books. That first year after we got the bus, we were still following the food truck. And then we decided we weren't reaching enough kids. So we kind of brainstormed and figured out how can we reach even more. So we thought, why don't we add in some daycares? So we did. We started stopping at some daycares, got a lot more kids on that bus to get books, check out books. We even have some little families who follow the book bus. Like they look at the schedule and they see where the bus is going to be stopping on one of those days. And if they miss it at one stop, they will go to the next one and find us because they're so excited to get their books in the summer. We do collaborate with our public libraries in the summer because our public libraries have a reading challenge that they do every summer. And so we partner with them. They give us their materials that they have their reading logs and everything. And they even give us some of the prizes. So if a child brings their reading log from the public library, we give them their prize that they earned from the public library. So we collaborate that way. And the public library tells the kids that come to them, hey, don't forget about the book bus, or are you doing the school's summer reading challenge? Are you reading the mosquito books? They even purchase our mosquito books and put a display in their libraries. So we all work together just to make sure our kids are reading all the time, everywhere, all summer long.
And a big part of the book bus, even the families that are visiting our local public libraries, they also will make a point to come and make a stop on the book bus. It's the novelty of the whole idea. And I was surprised last year, I think was our third summer running the actual book bus. And I was surprised at how many people were return visitors, mainly because for a lot of kids, I assumed it would be, like I said, the novelty of, well, let's just see what this is about. But interestingly, they're using it more like an actual library. They are returning to get more books, not just to get onto the bus and see what it looks like and visit the bus because it's cool. They're actually using it like a library.
And we make sure that all the kids know they can either visit the bus again to return their book, or when school starts, they can return any books that they had checked out to whatever campus that they go to. And then that campus will get the books back to the book bus. But you don't even have to be a school district student. You can be visiting family and just in the area. Anyone that enters the bus gets to check out a book. And last summer, we checked out about 2,500 books just in the 6-7 weeks that we run through June and July. So we've seen that number grow, and we expect to see big growth this year too.
It's grown quite a bit. I don't remember what numbers we had the first.
It was under
run.
1,000 the first year.
Yeah. So we've more than doubled in 3 years. And
the promotion and the look of the bus is getting out there. The kids recognize it on the road, and so they're attracted to it.
And we've been going to, I forgot to mention, the special events. We go to different things. We were in the Brazoria County Parade, and we dressed up in costumes, and we walked with the bus, and kids were going, there's the bus. So just making it visible to everyone and getting the word out.
I have a quick question for you. So I'm sure that people are wondering about the books on your bus. So can you talk a little bit about that? Like just a little bit more about like the like funding and things like that.
We haven't really had to purchase a lot of books because we do get all of our libraries, when they weed their books, they go through, of course, that probably doesn't sound real great
enticing,
enticing to librarians, but a lot of times it's multiple copies. They're like, I don't need this many copies. So it's not like it's all the old books that nobody wants. There are some of those, but we do weeding here too. So we try to weed out those.
We've also had a lot of books donated. We have a retired teachers sorority that collects books, and they make a pretty large donation every year. And so that's really helped us build up, because we do board books all the way up to adult books on the bus. So that's a nice big range for all of our patrons.
And every year, when I've been on the bus, at least, there will be families who ask, hey, we have gently used books at our house that we're finished with. Do you take those? And of course we take those donations. So we collect them during the summer too, from families who have finished books and they want to see them put to good use. We started the book bus with I can't remember. I think it was $1,000 budget
Mhm.
per grade section. So that was like we're divided K2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then is it 7 through 12?
Yes, it's
Yeah.
7 and up.
7.
Mhm.
So we spent $1,000 in brand new books that very first year for each one of those sections. And that was nice because and I noticed when we were gathering our materials this week, actually getting ready for the book bus
Mhm.
this summer, we still have a lot of those materials. Our books are still in really good shape.
And that $1,000 came from the grant that we got from the Education Foundation with all of the other costs of the bus. That was included in that grant. So we didn't write another grant. It was part of the initial grant.
And another way that we get nicer books, not
Who
just,
drives?
oh, okay, not just weeded books was like she mentioned, we have our local reading list, the Great Texas Mosquito List. And each year we use that list of books to hold a Name That Book competition. And because of that, each campus buys multiple copies of those mosquito list books, which are very high interest books. So for example, on a campus my size, we serve around 650 kids. I'll buy 3 or 4 copies of each of the 20 books.
Mhm.
And when that mosquito list year is over, I don't need all 4 copies. And so I'll take usually 2, sometimes even 3, and take those and send them on to the book bus. So that's another way we get gently used, in good shape books to refill.
The driver for our bus is the sweetest bus driver, Yolanda. She does all of our book bus driving events during the school year. And in May, we have the bus visit all the campuses. She takes care of that. So she knows that bus from bumper to bumper. She can help us. She can take care of the generator, the air conditioner, everything. And so she drives the bus for us in the summer. And then on the size of the area, we're 15 schools in our district. And we're, I think, we have Oyster Creek. We have like Oyster Creek, Jones Creek, Clute, Lake Jackson, Richwood. We're 5 small towns. Lake Jackson's a pretty big, decent sized town. But then we have some small towns around us that we serve.
And I was thinking about the book bus funding again. Oh no, I know what I was going to tell you. We live in Texas and the summers are hot.
Yes.
And they're not just a little hot. They're big hot.
And the bus is like an oven.
It is an absolute oven. So the first year, we've had a lot of troubleshooting with that. And if we're being honest, I would say it's not quite 100% yet. They have attached on the back of the bus, there is a metal
Cage.
What is it?
Cage.
Cage, that's right. Where they have mounted a generator. And that generator is what runs the air conditioners, I believe, 2 ACs on the bus.
That are in like the ceiling of the bus, like you would see in an RV.
Yeah.
But, you know, we all know buses are made out of metal and there's no insulation. So and the wrap provides some sort of shade. But if you look in that picture where the windows are, pretty much all of that section is on the inside of the bus covered with bookshelves. But still, between the shelving, the heat just, beats into the bus. So we get a little stinky. We're definitely sweaty. It's getting a little better. We also purchased a RV shade that you can put at the very front. Like, so when we park, the bus driver, Yolanda, will pull that out for us and put it in the front windshield. That helps a little bit. There is an awning on the other side of the bus that you can't see in that top picture. But quite honestly, we're only at each stop for what, 15, 20 minutes ish. And so we don't usually put that awning out. And although the bus is hot inside, it's much worse on the outside. So we try to stay in the bus where it's quote unquote air conditioned, just not very well.
And we also have solar power on the bus that runs all of our lights, our electrical outlets, so that we can have little fans. So we set up some fans inside, and then we have a router so that we can use our automation system and manage our check-in and outs circulation of the books on the bus.
It's definitely been a labor of love, and it's well loved in the community, and it makes all the hard work really worth it.
It really is. It's hard sometimes when we're doing the pre-work and the post-work, but when you're actually on the bus, on the route, seeing the kids, it's totally worth it. They get so excited.
Yes, they really do. So we will move on to that. Kind of kicks us off with our summer reading. And in conjunction with that, each school in our district has a summer reading kickoff week to get the kids excited and ready for their summer reading. And this year we did it a little bit different. Last year it was a little bit of a hodgepodge. Each school had their own summer reading challenge, and the three of us were the book bus librarians last year, and it was a lot to keep up with. One school, they wrote their books down on a one-page log, and one school wrote it down on a bookmark, and it was too much to keep up with. So this year we made a commitment, got everybody on board. We're all going to have the same summer reading program for elementary, and then we'll have the same one for secondary. So I'm going to talk to you about what we've decided on for elementary. We have a theme this year called Be a Summer Reader. And so we used Canva to make all of our marketing materials. All of that, of course, was done for free. We have picked the week of May, right there, 13th through the 17th. And that week is designated across our school district as the summer reading kickoff week. And we have lots of activities going on that week that we'll talk to you about. One of the things that the kids get most excited about is our dress up days. And you can see there in that graphic, we have various dress up days where they can wear sunglasses to school, a tie-dye shirt, Hawaiian shirt, a beach hat, flip-flops. They get real excited over those dress up days. During that week, we also talked to the kids about what our summer reading challenge will be, what it's going to look like. Each school books the book bus to come by their school during that week, and the kids, Yolanda will park it in the front of the school for one day at each campus, and we get a schedule together on that campus, and the kids get to go on the bus, tour the bus, and just kind of getting the bus out there in front of the kids so that they're recognizing it and remembering it, and remember to go home and talk about it and get the parents on board also. We also, during summer reading kickoff week, we promote our community library. We have a wonderful children's librarian in Lake Jackson. She always shares a promotional video with us about her summer reading program for our community. So we talk about that. This year, we are also going to do a library card drive for her, a public library card drive. We'll pass out the applications and collect those back, pass them out early in the week, collect them back towards the end of the week, and turn them in to Miss Andy at the community library. We also, this is kind of unique to our community, but it's something that could be done in other districts if you just worked around it in a different way. But we have a sponsor in our community. There was years ago a young girl, Natalie Woolsey, from our community who passed away, and her family created the Natalie Woolsey Foundation in memory of her. And one of the things the foundation does is they fundraise all during the year. And one of the reasons they fundraise is so that they can provide a book for every student in our school district. Do you remember how many kids are in our district?
It's about 5,000.
It's
elementary. They
Elementary.
provide them for all the elementary campus, and there's about 5,000 kids.
So the way we accomplish that, it happens during this summer reading kickoff week. So it's kind of cool. The kids are hearing about summer reading and fighting the summer slide. And then they also get their own book to take home and to get that kicked off in there.
So we use the Scholastic BOGO Fair for
Yeah.
that. So we get really good deals on the
And
books.
they've been pretty good to, the way that they work with us. The kids aren't getting 2 books, like buy one, get one free. But what we're doing is we're ringing up all of those books. So Natalie Woolsey's foundation is only paying for half of the amount that we add up, because it's buy one, get one. And that happens, like I said, during that week. And then we also have our big school-wide summer literacy promotion. That happens on some campuses, and mine in particular does that during this time. My principal also orders bags of summer reading materials and just fun things that the kids can do, bookmarks, a book for every kid, and those are passed out during that week also. So more specifically about how our summer program works in elementary, every student this year will receive a Be a Summer Reader bookmark, which you see on the left. Every 5 entries, and each entry is a book that's been read, or if they do chapter books, every 100 pages, I think we said, it's written on the bookmark there. You can write an entry. As they complete 5, they can visit the book bus if they're able, and they can turn that bookmark in, or not turn it in, but present it to the book bus librarian, and they can receive their little prize right there on the book bus. That kind of keeps it going during the summer. I was surprised last year at how many kids actually utilized that. But like I said, it was from all different schools, all different programs. This year, everybody in the district's going to have their B bookmark. It's going to be so much easier. And then we presented a challenge to the kids that is meant to be completed over the length of the summer. We present them with 5 different tasks, and if they complete 3 out of the 5 tasks, they get their name in a drawing for a big gift basket. And in the elementary age, that gift basket includes a Kindle, candy, bookmarks, a book light, and a big squishmallow, which the kids are crazy about those squishmallows right now. So the summer reading task that they need to complete 3 out of the 5 would be they can visit any library, get a library card, and they just need to present that card to us either on the book bus or after school starts. We are going to give them a good month worth of school to collect their information and turn it into us to get their prize. We're not going to have that drawing. We start school mid-August. We're not going to have the actual drawing until the first week of September after Labor Day. They are challenged to do a caught you reading picture where they get their adult to take a picture of them reading in an unusual reading spot, or maybe while they're on vacation. We have will have a post pinned at the top of our BISD Facebook page, and they can comment there and add their picture there. a completed bookmark. It's two-sided, so we're hoping that they're going to read approximately 20 books over the summer. And if they do 3 out of those 5, they fill out a Google form for us. We take those form names from the form and we put those in a drawing for that big basket. This year we tried something new. We'll let you know how this works, but we each created our own summer reading website. I'll give you a peek at that now. Obviously it's Be a Summer Reader. Okay, we have an information page on the home page. We have a page that shows the kids what prizes they can receive and the ways that they will accomplish getting the prizes. We have some activity ideas. These are the 5 things that they need to work on doing at least 3. We've included the book bus schedule, so they'll know where to find us and when. We have included our upcoming Great Texas Mosquito List. It's taking a minute to load. Again, with the mosquito list, we divide it K to 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And this year we are announcing a new bilingual list. We're excited about that. It's our first year to get a list specifically for our bilingual kids. And we are also including high school. And so we're excited about that also. And we have included, I don't have your 9 through 12. I guess
I've got it on mine.
On yours. Okay. And then the form that they'll fill out for their completing the task will be found here. And we've included some bookmarks. If they lose their copy of the bookmark, they can print it from here. And we also, have included a link to our local library because, as we mentioned before, we do like to support them and they reciprocate that support, thankfully, for us. Let's see.
The book bus schedule that's on the site right now is last year's. We haven't finalized this year's schedule yet, so if anybody looks at those dates and go, those don't quite match up, that's because we haven't put our new schedule on there yet because we're still working on that.
And then last but not least for me, I would also like to show you this year, or I would say last year, not this past January, but the one before. We migrated to a new circulation system and it's been fabulous. It's owned by Follett. The program is Accessit. And we have been more than pleased with Accessit. And one of the things that we love most about it is the opportunity it provides for us to create what they call a web app. And basically, this is like the kids' place that they go to search for books. You can
the online catalog.
Yeah. So you see there, it's my school, but I have this fabulous aide. Her name is Katie. And Katie works to customize my web app for whatever's going on. The one that we just had was about the eclipse. Now she's got one for summer. You'll notice on this book carousel, all the books are related to summer. She handpicks those for me, and she's amazing. Everybody needs a Katie in their life. Then she also customized it to show specifically all of our things that are coming up for the year, our important dates, and our summer reading program. So you can see all of the same information basically that they can find on the summer reading site. She has also included here. Even
as many different places as you can put all of that information, the better, because you never know which is their preferred place to go get information. And you just want to make it super, super easy for them to find.
All right, Liz, I'll let you take over the secondary.
All right. So I'm going to talk to you about what we're doing for secondary schools. Typically we rock reading up to fourth grade, and then at fifth grade, we see, at least in our district, a huge drop in reading. So this last year, we started using Beanstack, which our county library uses as well. If you're not familiar with Beanstack, it is just an online system where you can track your reading. So you can set a timer and put in the book that you're reading, and it tracks the number of minutes that you've read, or you can just log the number of minutes you read at the end of the day or on a weekly basis, whatever suits you. And then as you earn or read different levels of minutes, you get to participate in reading challenges and earn badges and prizes. It's a lot of fun. We had a huge goal this last year to read 5 million minutes amongst our secondary campuses. And we fully started mid-November, but 5 million minutes was going to be our full year goal. So we just wanted to make that our goal, so they were real familiar with the number 5 million. And we got halfway there, which is pretty amazing for a first year implementation of a new program. So we're using Beanstack for our summer reading challenge for secondary moving forward. And if you have Beanstack being used at your county library, you can merge the two, and then any minutes that you read count for every challenge that you're entered into. So our summer reading challenge for secondary is called the Beach Blanket Book Blast, Surf Through Your Summer Reading. And we also have a website. Do you want to click on the website, and I can kind of go over it as I show you the pieces to the website. So if you scroll down, you can see the different schools that are participating, and then the flyer for our summer reading program. In addition to the prizes that they can win for both elementary and secondary, our top reader in each grade level will be recognized at the September board meeting. So that's super exciting. This flyer will be posted on the doors of the school, in the Google classrooms throughout the different grade levels, on our Facebook page. And then it has a QR code that will bring them here to this website and the bit.ly link. And it explains that for our challenge, they read 720 minutes, which is 12 hours, and they complete 6 activity badges. And our summer reading challenge is going to begin May 1st. So it started yesterday, and it will run through July 31st. And the reason we did that was so that those secondary kids that maybe weren't completely in Beanstack or haven't started their reading, we can get them started. We can help them get maybe their first activity completed. We can remind them on a daily basis, hey, don't forget to log your minutes. And they can go ahead and get in that practice. We can make sure that everyone is logged into Beanstack, since it's an actual program that they have to use, and just really build that momentum and get them off to a nice, strong start. So, of course, the prizes is going to be our first page. We've got some really cool prizes. As you work through Beanstack, you earn tickets for each activity you complete, and then you get to put the ticket into the prize you want to win. So we have Bluetooth speakers, Bluetooth earbuds. We have some really cool looking tumblers in different colors. We have chessboards, Apple Watch bands, book lights, all kinds of cool stuff for the kids. And then everyone that participates will receive a little goodie of some kind whenever we come back from summer break. So we had kids vote for these prizes. These were what they wanted. We just gave away our prizes for this year, which were Kindles and then these Bluetooth earbuds. And the kids winning those prizes were dancing down the halls. You want a kid to read, you stick a Kindle in their hand. They love those Kindles. Okay, and so our activities are pretty similar to the elementary. We want the kids to go get a library card. If they already have one, they just take a picture with their library card. And then in Beanstack, there are little activity cards, and there's a form where they can upload their pictures. So they will get a library card, visit a library anywhere. It can be at a school. It can be in any town they visit. Visit the book bus and grab a picture with the bus, read a book outside anywhere, read a book with a friend, a family member, or a pet. And then, what was your favorite book that you read this summer? So there's an activity card that they can answer some questions, and it's just the title, the author, why you liked the book, and what star rating you gave it. So they'll complete those activities, read their 720 minutes, and they'll get their completion badge. They will have the opportunity, if they do everything, to earn 16 tickets that they can again put into whichever prize they want to win. And then Beanstack does the drawing for you. You just click a button.
So when you say put it into the prizes, that's within Beanstack?
Yeah, within Beanstack. So it'll say you've earned 2 tickets, and then the prize page will pop up. And then there's a little counter underneath each picture, and it says, where do you want your tickets applied? And you can put both of them in one. You just click it up to 2, or you can click 1 and then you just click enter.
That's cool.
Yeah.
And somebody asked about funding for those prizes.
So this year, the prizes were funded by the district. So, they are pushing for us to get the kids reading in the summer. And so we said, well, we will do all of the background work. We will set up all these programs, manage all the programs. We will promote it and carry it out, but we have to have some incentives. So this year they gave us $1,000 for summer reading prizes. So we did 500 for elementary and 500 for secondary, because elementary is giving out Kindles that took up the bulk of their money. And so each campus is buying a small part of the extra prizes that are going to go into that. So like one campus might be buying stickers, one campus is buying bookmarks, and they're kind of piecemealing it together. We really have got an amazing library team. And I think a lot of that is because we are a relatively small district. We feel big because the surrounding districts are so tiny. They may only have 2 librarians. But in the grand scheme of things, we are a really small district and a small group of librarians, but we really are blessed with some great people on our team and a lot of support from our community. So this next year, we're already planning on doing some fundraising as a department. And we've been looking for something. So if you have any ideas on fundraising, not the catalogs that the PTO sends out. We want something unique, like a cute tote bag or candles or something fun. And so we're going to do some fundraising as a department specifically for reading incentives, because we have to incentivize this to get those kids excited. And we can't count on the district always being able to come up with that money, especially in the times we're facing right now. So
yeah, if you're not in Texas, you may not be aware. All schools in Texas are in a real big budget crunch. It's tight. And so we were very, very blessed to get this $1,000, but we are also realistic and know that that's most likely not going to be able to be continued.
Yeah.
So we're kind of thinking proactively about what we might do to assist with that.
And you'll find too, I think, because we put so much of our time in and our campus money, and that the district sees that and recognizes it, and they kind of try to match what we're doing. But again, we can't expect that every year moving forward. So we're trying to kind of put some things in place that will help cover it for us. So I went over the activities. We have our book bus schedule. Like I said, I've got mine kind of stamped because it's not the final one. We're waiting to get the food nutrition department, because we want to make sure we follow that food truck, right? Where those kids are coming out to get food, we want to be feeding their mind as well with books. So we want to make sure we're hitting all those spots as well. And then I have our mosquito list books. So like Brandye's mentioned, we have added a high school list. So I've got, since the grades that the secondary services is 5, 6, and then 7, 8 is our intermediate schools. And then there's our brand new high school list. Super proud of that list. We've got 10 books on our award list. and they are some really good books. And so the kids can go through these and go ahead and get a start reading them. We use these lists for our Name That Book competition during the school year. So this gives them the opportunity to not only make their summer reading challenge, but also qualify to participate in the Name That Book challenge. And then the next tab is our Beanstack information. So if we have a student or a new student come in that isn't familiar with Beanstack, this gives them all the steps, step by step, on how to get logged in, how to log their minutes, how to track their progress through the challenge. And I just used S'more to create that. And then we have a tab for audiobooks and ebooks. I have lots of kids. I really try to promote audiobooks with my students because a lot of them are pressed for time. You all know in secondary, there are a lot of activities and programs that are competing for our students' time, and we don't want them to drop reading in exchange for more football time or basketball time or cheerleading time. So I really promote them getting their library cards. This is our flyer for our library card drive and the 2 different apps that our local library uses for audiobooks and ebooks. So I make sure and include that in everything. And then the last app page is just the county library, like we saw a minute ago. Okay, let's go back to the slide. Like I said before, we try to post this information everywhere because you don't know, everybody has different places that are their favorite places to get information. So we try to share it on our social media, on our Google Classroom. All of the ELA teachers will have this posted in their Google Classroom. We have each graduating class has a Google Classroom, so we place copies of that there as well. And then we post them on the door of all of the campuses, and the county library posts it on their posting board as well. And I just wanted to show, if you'll click on the social media site, this is our district library Facebook page. And I have pinned, just scroll down a little bit. I've pinned our 2 summer reading challenges right here at the top. So if they're interested in the elementary, they have their space to go right there, and then secondary is right next to it. I think I need to just to here. Okay, and then so like I said, we're starting May 1st to get them going. Let's see. We want to just promote prizes. Oh, I know. We have made, Brandye and I both have made generic forms of both of these reading challenges for you and have put them on our Teacher Pay Teacher site for free. And so I've linked the teacher, it's for 2 library ladies here, but I want to show you the generic flyer. If you'll click on,
Sorry.
Oh, that's okay. The generic flyer at the bottom. You just move that up. There we go. Yeah. So this is what I've shared to kind of make it doable if you don't have Beanstack. So I had it starting just a little bit later so that you can have time to promote it. Scroll down to the next page. I've listed the activities here, and then I created a reading log so that they could log their reading on this. So if you're interested in that, it is free, and it's on that Teacher Pay Teacher. And then all of the Be a Summer Reader, all of that is on there as well. And then the last thing that I wanted to tell y'all about is we also have reading challenges for our staff. So we don't stop at our students. We want the conversation about reading to spread like wildfire through our schools and through our community. So we have a teacher reading challenge through the school year where they do a bingo card and they get prizes and little stickers of the book covers to fill in their bingo card. In the summer, we have summer reading challenges going for them as well, and they win prizes. And every month we've created a book buzz. So if you want to click on the book buzz, this is a list of adult books. Let me make sure you hear adult books. These are not books for children, most of them, that the librarians recommend. So for each one, we have the book cover. We have what we've rated. It's a book that we've read and we've rated it either 4 or 5 stars. And then we say who we are and what school we're with and include a little summary. And then, so if you'll just kind of scroll down slowly so they can see some of the books, we try to include a variety of genres so that we're reaching everyone's interest. And we've had such a great response to this, and just kind of keep going. We also have a way for teachers, if they want to recommend a book to us, there's a form listed here that they can click on and recommend books to us. So hold on. So here I've got the books from the previous month's recommendations so that if they forget what the books are, they can just kind of glance down at the bottom. And then here's the link for the teachers to recommend. And then beneath that, I've included the books that those teachers recommended and who they are. So if maybe you like the book, one of the books that Brandye recommended. So when the next book buzz comes out, you might want to find, what Brandye's reading and then follow along, kind of like going to the old Blockbuster where you would see the videos that the different people recommended. That was kind of the idea behind this. But so this is our May. I've just shared it with the librarian, so the count is low. But on the previous ones, that count goes up so fast. I noticed I got an email that one of our other ones got over 300 or.
Oh, sorry. Let's see if we can find it real quick.
I don't know.
So exciting.
It was exciting to see how many. I think you have to click on the folders. Oh, wait. It might be right here. Click on April. It was 1,000. Look, click on April right here.
Oh, right.
Mhm.
Right here.
Yes. So over 1,000 views. I mean, this small little idea that we got in the car on the way home from TLA has been one of the best ideas. So
TCEA.
TCEA? Oh, okay.
I remember because
So
Kayla was with us.
that's right. Anyway, so all those little ideas are super fun, and just trying them out. I think we've had some that have been success, some that haven't been so much, but this was definitely one that we've enjoyed.
The staff reading challenge went crazy on my campus. I have 2 teachers that I don't know how they're working because they are reading like crazy, or they're staying up all night reading. And so I did a bingo board. I copied an idea from Liz and Deanie and Bronwyn. I printed a bingo board. I asked the teachers, hey, if you're interested, let me know. A ton signed up. I gave them a copy of the bingo board and turned them loose. And I have a form that they can fill out every time that they read a book. And I have that form set to send me notifications every time something has changed or been added. Oh my email box has filled up, and they have nearly caused me to go broke buying them prizes. I did this thinking I wouldn't have very much participation. And I asked them at the beginning, what kind of snacks do you like? What kind of things would you like to see as prizes for your bingo board? And they gave me, salty snacks, favorite Sonic drinks, favorite all kinds of things. And I just thought, okay, well, I'll be buying a prize or 2 every now and then. I'm so glad my husband doesn't know how much money of ours went to funding these teachers' prizes. I am going to talk to my no, not assistant, but she's now principal. I'm going to talk to my principal over the summer and see if I can't get a tiny little piece of the budget for the staff reading challenge.
Yeah. And we can share the bingo card. We'll go ahead once we start with the questions, and we'll put that in the comments.
All right, let me stop sharing and we'll let Shannon take over.
You guys
Do you want to find the?
Sure.
Okay.
Thank you so much. I'm looking to see if there's other questions. I love all these ideas, and I have been to their district and just amazing things that they do. And you guys have so many. I love how you have all of the like excitement up to it too, because I think that's so key. We're getting ready in a couple weeks to do ours at Van Meter, and that is so key, is to just build that excitement, and then that keeps going like through the year too when they come back to school. And then you have like your readers, you've hooked them. So you guys are doing great things.
Thank
One
you.
thing, will you share the bingo board for staff? And you said you would. Yep.
We're going to stick that in the comments.
I think, is it open to, let me check the share settings. Yep.
And if you guys have questions, you can pop them in there. I'm going to share my screen just so I can go over a few resources. And please feel free to continue to use the chat. And you can ask the gals if you have any questions. And you have their information too. So you're always able to reach back out to them as well. But I think the thing that stands out to me too is that it's so warm there, and you guys are just doing like so many things to, make it special and just give the kids and the families like a little bit too of relief, right? Like not only from reading, but to see each other and to be together and just to celebrate that is so cool. I love it.
So I shared that link. That's to the staff reading challenge.
Great. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Well, I'm going to share a few resources because we're going to wrap up in the next few minutes. But as you know, we always have a lot of resources that we like to share and support everybody throughout the month. One cool thing about the webinar series this year is that there are 6 in the series. We had one in April around AI, and now we have this one in May. And then, of course, we'll take a little break for the summer, and they will kick off again when school starts. And so we're really excited for this. And as you sign up, when you go to register, once you register, you are registered for all of them, which I think is great because then we can get that in our email and we're all set for these great webinars that were this spring, but also the 4 that are going to be in the fall. A great place to go if you want to know more about Future Ready Librarians is the Future Ready Librarian Hub, where you'll find all the resources, including the framework and our conversation starter, the self-reflection. I love doing this even at the end of the school year. It's a great way I use this when I'm doing my professional development plan at the beginning of the year and the end of the year. And so you can find that there and use it too. Our community can be found on Facebook. I'm sure that a lot of you already belong, and I love seeing everybody's ideas. And then our podcast, we just are in the middle of our 8th season, and so many great guests this year. They all have been great over the years, but I just love hearing all the new voices, and people are sharing so many great ideas on there. And our Future Ready Librarian one joins a few others, one by Tom Murray, and then also Adam File and Carl Hooker have one as well. So you can find all the podcasts there. A really neat thing too that we're offering this year is our EdTech Fusion virtual workshops. And these are totally free for your district. And so if you work with PD in your district and you're looking for something to bring to your teachers, this would be a great thing. And it's either Tom or Adam or myself who are hosting these, but really great digital tools and just the background too on how to use these ideas and strategies too when we're thinking about like the innovation within our schools and that curiosity that we want our kids to have. And so I've been loving those. But 2 that I want to share, one I'm so excited about is Level Up Village. And I wanted to give a little shout out today to this because we're kind of in the stage of kicking this off. And this is going to be something that in the fall, it's going to totally kick off where anybody can join this. And we're in the second pilot right now. And this is a great way to just foster that collaboration and connect our communities. And we're using for this first course, it's actually the book that I wrote with Capstone and ISTE, Sonia's Digital World. And this platform, what we do is we are partnered up with another school. So I just got done doing it, and I was partnered up with another school in Iowa. And I loved it because we had these ways to connect our kids and have these conversations around being a digital explorer. But then we went one step further to meet like the class through video. We did a mural project that we got to share with them. And it's great not only for, I think, our kids to connect, but for us too. Like, I'm the only librarian in my school district. And so I loved it. But even a school district like the ladies are in Texas, it could be multiple schools too, using this platform. And so you can find out more. And there are other classes too that are going to be part of it, some STEM classes, and of course, digital literacy. And this is the link that will take you there. And then you can find out more information. So really fun. And then the second one is the Achievery. And this is really great. And we think about summer reading, a great one too to share with our families. This is from AT&T, totally free for everyone, families, teachers, and of course, librarians. And I love this because they have partnered up over so many different subjects to bring us this great content. And so there's always a little video, which we know that kids love little videos. They get really excited and engaged in that. And then a little lesson too that goes along with whatever you might be looking for. So like us, looking at digital literacy, media literacy type things, there are some lessons now around AI. And so you can sign up and feel free to send this link to anybody. And we have our book fair next week. And so we'll have lots of families. And I've already made little flyers for them too, because this is, again, like I said, a great resource to use at home. So thank you everybody for joining us today. Please stay connected with us and use the hashtag Future Ready and also Future Ready Libs. And I have to give a big shout out to Follett Content Solutions for supporting our Future Ready librarian. And also just a big thank you to my 3 friends who joined me. And every time I listen to you guys, I'm so inspired. And before we go, I just want you, maybe Liz, you can tell everybody the big honor that you guys just received your school.
Yeah, so every year our district gives out a pretty prestigious award for an individual or group that has set the standard for educational excellence. And it's been, over the years, really exciting to see who's going to win this award. Well, while we were at TLA, I got a call from our superintendent to let me know that our library department had been named for setting the standard this year. And so just last night we had our award ceremony, and the things that they said about literacy and the reading program that we try to help inspire in our campuses was just so kind. And so we just feel so honored to have been recognized, especially in the times we're facing right now. We feel very supported and valued, and it couldn't have come at a better time. Thank you so much for mentioning it. We're so proud.
I saw them at TLA and I was so happy when you guys told me the news. So you deserve it. So just keep doing your amazing things, and we'll be watching. We'll be watching the bus this summer, and hopefully I get to come visit you all soon. So
that would be amazing.
You guys are great. Thank you for joining us, and thank you everybody. And we will see you in August for our next webinar.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.